And hello again, live tubers. Although this is likely the middle of the episode. Depends on how this all works down, but it's a new day for Blue. Blue finally got some sleep, and he's back at this episode. And I've decided to milk the last I can out of this chapter. So we'll cover that here. All we've really done is move the team from about where we were deployed. A couple of them I don't need anymore, so they're kind of ready to escape. And the rest of them are prepared to begin the boss push. Because remember, I don't want to lose these blizzards. And if possible, I wouldn't mind grabbing the Master Lances. And, you know, maybe a meteor. I think if I had brought a thief, a good thief, I could have stole the Thoron. And also these heal staves. I am really quite low on heal staves. I'm hoping we can buy some, but I don't think with our current setup there's any way to get them. I did read, I was looking into sort of how the game works. If you put a mounted unit to sleep, they dismount. So the only way to capture their stuff, well, I guess you could steal it with a thief. You could steal it with the thief's spell from Tina if she's got enough magic. And otherwise, you have to put them to sleep. I don't have any more sleep staves. I didn't bring my sleep sword. So that is, and I don't think it'd be worth it for a heal staff. But anyway, I'm just trying to figure out how to get stuff now that we're getting into the late game, so. Oh, and before I forget, I didn't visit this last house, and I didn't want to forget about that. Is it true the Leonster army was wiped out at Ulster? Yeah, but so was the Ulster army. The Empire army got wiped out, right? Here, have some pure water, whatever. I was about to sing the Aid Massacre. In seasons past, Leonster thrived with Quan upon its throne. Though less esteemed, Travant had dreamed of making his own. It's his own. Quan's kin by marriage, Sigurd, was the victim of a coup. Quan had no stake, but told him, "Take the aid I bring you." The limber bond of friendship was a noose around his neck. Quan planned a course with half his force embarking on the trek. And so with gallant mounted knights and queen upon her steed, he slowly marched determined parched across the desert Eid. But oh how Travant had waited, and followed hushed his death. His flyers would not be sated, till Quan drew his final breath. So from the sky a swarm of foes came soaring into view, their numbers vast, their dragons fast, their lances aiming true. The startled knights could not escape, the desert held them fast. They had to stand upon the sand, as bloody wounds amassed. The heart that bled for Sigurd led his forces to their end. His kingdom snatched, his queen dispatched, no respite for his friend. The world is not an ally, it is sinister and cruel. What Quan forgot, Travant did not. The caring man's the fool. And Sigurd he took to weeping, as Thracia took their rule. There's no other code worth keeping, I, the caring man's the fool. Dang, that's pretty good. It does kind of throw back to the one of the biggest. There's two sort of big hitters at in genealogy of FE4, and they're both on that chapter. And the beginning is with Quan, and the end is with Sigurd, and that is like some of the best storytelling in Fire Emblem history, as far as I'm concerned. Pretty interesting. Now, that aside, yeah, we need to deal with this, and I have a plan. It's called a Karen plan. And I gave her a bunch of scrolls. She's already got good stats, but I want her to get some to strength and defense. And I needed somebody to drain these ballista, and I couldn't think of anybody that I really wanted to use. I have some people with higher defense, like, say, Maka, but she doesn't need any level up. She's already, like, what do you need her? What do you need to give her XP for? Fergus could use them if I could promote him, but I can't promote him right now. I could have brought a whatever they're called, Knight's Crest or whatever, and promoted him right here, right now, but I did not think to bring one. And other than that, most of the team is looking, I mean, Dean is also an option, but I figure Karen's level 5, so hey, she gets priority. So I gave her a bunch of scrolls, and you can see the sum. Basically, 100% hit points, 95% strength. I don't really care about her magic. Skill, actually, I think I sent, there's a scroll with 30% skill. I would have thrown it on, but I think I accidentally sent the person with it back into base. So we have a lot of scrolls, but not the one with skill, plus 30%. So she's going to do that, and then Salem, I gave the rest of them basically, so that if he's healing her, if he's got a healer, then maybe he can get some stats. Once the ballista are drained, then we'll move on to the next realm of dealing with Wolf. So this shouldn't take too long. I'll go fairly quick. Also, I put Nana with her charm Leaf with his charm, and I think Karen is also supported by Fergus, so she should have, like, she should dodge most of these shots anyway. She's gonna have like 99% avoid just in the open. They've got like an 8% chance to hit her. That's not that bad, and she's not gonna get one shot by them anyway. Well, as long as she's not flying. They do 26 damage. She should have, what is it, 14 defense, so she takes 12 damage. Even if she gets hit twice, she totally survives, but the chances of getting hit twice are pretty slim. It would be better in the forest. But although this one can shoot the forest tiles easily enough, this one cannot. So it would just take longer, and I don't want it to take longer. So this is already going to take a while. Oh, I should turn her animations off, honestly. But there, you get to see all the stats in screen. All right, strength up. That's one of the stats that she wants. HP was guaranteed, strength was 95%, so all of her other rolls were terrible. Classic, right? Oh, also, I guess when you get HP up in this game, you heal that HP that you gain. Some Fire Emblems, you gain max hit points, but not current hit points, and then you can get a little bit of, healer XP from that. Anyway, we'll just do this for a little bit. I figure we've spent so long on this map anyway at this point. Let's go all in, right? This will fatigue Karen, which is fine. I don't think we need her on the next map anyway. That's a good level up. That looked like strength and defense. And, like, really, getting a few points of defense on your Pegasus, I think, is a really good idea. So she's a little bit difficult to train, generally speaking, because, you know, she's a dodge tank, as you can see. And you can't always rely on that. So today, we're not relying on that. I think she just capped her magic. We'll have a look at her stats here in a minute once she's kind of done training. It is kind of crazy how much experience you get just dodging ballista bolts with the Paragon Sword. Oh, she finally got hit. So, you know, you knew she'd get hit eventually. And the plan was just to move up, use one of my precious heal staves. I should really turn Salem's animations off as well. Might as well just think of him as a staff user anyway. I generally don't like to watch the healing animation specifically. The rest of the stuff is fine, but some of the magic just takes forever, and you know what's going to happen. There's no chance to miss or chance to crit. It's just, yeah, you're going to heal 15 hit points or whatever. Oh, are they out already? Wow, that didn't actually take very long at all. Okay. So, we didn't get a ton of XP, but we got some. And she got a little bit of defense, a little bit of strength. Okay, next. What do I want to do? The only person with any kind of attack left is Wolf with his meteors. So we can definitely move closer now and figure out what we want to do. I don't think... Oh, these guys don't even move. Nobody down here moves, so... Do we just soak the meteors as well? Is that... Let me, She can move down 2 squares, and that's kind of the range here. Thanks. Good job, Dean. Goal here is just to, decide next turn how we want to assault. I mean, I brought more units down than we needed, but I would like, if possible... I think Homer and Lenoan are like one or two kills from getting a level up to level 20, and then I don't have to feel bad about promoting them without maxing them out. I'm kind of thinking of just soaking the meteors. I mean, she's got 20 magic. He's gonna do... He might not even attack. No, he'll do 2 damage. 2 magic damage. That's not very much. I could try to grab the meteor off of him, but we can't... No, there's no way. We can't capture him. I'd have to try to put him to sleep or use a steal, like, can't steal it anyway. We'd have to use a thief staff. No, forget it. I don't care. That's too fiddly. Don't worry, troubadours. We'll get to you. Oh, we could... No, I want the... I was gonna say, we could have mounted for this. But I want the, strength up. I'm not getting a lot of defense. I want to get the, words, Blue. Use your words. I want the Paragon double XP while we can. And I think... I'm not sure if I've proven this, but I think when you're dismounted, you actually get more experience than when you are mounted. Mounted units get, like... I don't think it's, like, a huge difference, but I'm thinking, like, 20 or 30% less XP, maybe. Maybe 25% kind of thing. Not enough to be a huge problem, but it is technically noticeable. If you're wondering. Alright, this guy actually does not give as much XP as the ballistas did. That it? Are you done? No, one more. To be fair, I could have him try to shoot Homer. I wonder if that would be enough to get him, Hold on here. Because he's got Paragon for free. Let me just make a save, just... I didn't do any math here to double check. Maybe I should have had him get Homer to level 20. That would have been smart. Homer doesn't have the magic stat, but it's still not too much. Not worth enough XP. Okay, that part's done. Now, while Karen's flying, she's got all these scrolls. I have to give her a weapon. So he's got a range 2, but if these guys don't move, once again, we can move right up in front of them and figure out how difficult it will be to capture. They do get a 1-2 range weapon, so it might be a little tricky. Let me just have a look here with something strong like Dragon Pike. So that's not a ton of damage. We might actually need the Kingmaker and the charm bonus to really make this work out at all. Also, Lenoan does give a lot of support points to Dean, for instance. So yeah, I brought the whole team, but I'm sure most of these guys won't be needed. We could try Dire Thunder as a capture in melee. It's might be a little bit dangerous, I don't know. Just for interest's sake, what are the odds of this one working instead? Capture with... I mean, yeah, that would do it, right? 2020? I think that's guaranteed. Well, as guaranteed as 299% are. So I can use that to get a pretty much guaranteed capture. If we went with Thoron, 23 damage would not be enough unless it crits. If we go with somebody like Dean, he's only going to do 6 damage with 2 attacks. That's actually, like, these guys are, well, you know, they've got a lot of defense. Magic might be the way to, if I want these Master Lances, that's kind of the way to go. Yeah, that's fine, right? So, because I've been doing some scroll abuse, if we want, I don't think I would call it abuse exactly, but I've been doing some scroll micro, let's say. Oops. Let's see. Don't miss your 99s, or maybe... I don't think she would die anyway. She would take 21, but... No, she gets doubled, so she potentially could die if she gets hit. Twice. Her second attack is probably a crit too, right? She's got some FCM. That's worth most of a level up. And then get out of the way. That was pretty easy. If you don't have someone cool like Olwen, I don't know, might be considerably more difficult to get otherwise, but that seems to work. And we can do the same thing next turn. Just keep in mind the ranges on all these guys. That's a good spot. Olwen, I don't know if... Does Olwen have any good supports? I don't even remember. But this is probably a good use of Dire Thunder. We're getting another brave weapon for using a brave, 2 charges of a brave weapon, of kind of a rare brave weapon, to get another 20 use 1/2 brave weapon that someone else can get some value out of, right? Like, we don't really have a lot of great lances, I don't think. The only brave lance is Finn only. And now we have some master lances that are, you know, less durability, but, you know. Magic, speed, luck, sure, not as great as you could hope for, but I didn't want to micromanage every single scroll for her. She, well, she almost guaranteed she'd grow magic and speed, and that's the stuff you normally care about. Alright, and luckily we do have some inventory space at the very least. Wrong person. Still wrong person. Oh. Alright, and one more time. 3, 3. Cool. But I am really glad I brought Olwen. Like, I know she does, because she's a pre-promote, I tend not to value her for getting XP most of the time. I like to save it for the slightly more trainable units, but mounted mages, some good stuff. You don't even need to move, but sure. Okay, and with that, we'll need to make a little bit more space if I want all this stuff. Okay. So far, so good. Getting all the rewards. And Master Lance, again, if I haven't mentioned it, you know, the Dragon Pike is better. Make no mistake. 100% better. But it is a special Dean only, very difficult to get. And we just got 3 Master Lances. And if you've got high Constitution, higher than Dean's, it's probably going to be really good on, like, Finn would get some pretty good value out of it, seeing as his Brave Lance is almost broken. Maybe Callion. He needs A-rank lances. I should be working on that. But he can use that with no penalty. And that's kind of like his only brave weapon that's sort of his. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Even Karen could use it. She just gets weighed down, but yeah. Okay, we need to capture these guys, but that's pretty much automatic, right? Because they're asleep. Don't think I need to worry. Sadly, you don't get any, we don't actually use your weapon for this. You don't get anything XP-wise out of capturing sleeping beauties, let's say. But yeah, that Blizzard and the Fortify and even the Thoron, really, I think those are 100%, like, you know, we've been here a long time, working really hard to get all the goodies here, but I think it's totally worth it. That's 10 more, put enemies to sleep long range, right? Like, even if we didn't get the Master Lances, that would be worth it on its own. Alright, the payoff. Now, we have Wolf. Now, the Master Sword does not have 1-2 range. Okay. So we can sort of cheese him by attacking from range if we want. You know, Finn is almost up to C-rank swords. That's kind of neat. What am I thinking? Thinking of a lot of things. Let's just end turn and then figure out who's got a good action. So I definitely want Lenoan. Maybe she should go for the kill, because she's got no Paragon. If she kills the boss, that seems fine. You know, this is the guy that's been chasing after them after... Well, I don't know how long he's been chasing them, but... Maybe there's no tie between Lenoan and this guy, but... I think she can get the kill. Who's got all my magic scrolls? Someone's got them. Blue, where'd you put them? Oh, Olwen's got them. Yeah, yeah. This is, and hopefully you understand why I don't usually mess around with this much micro, because, you know, I'm doing it this time just to show off sort of how it looks. But, yeah, it's time consuming. Okay, she's not gonna... I think she actually does get supported by Dean. Or at least she supports him, so maybe. 33% crit. So if she could double, that would work great. Yeah, 5 FCM. So... Oh, there's also another downside. Well, it's fine. If I use her in combat one more time, she fatigues. Now, I think he's just gonna vulnerary himself. He might switch to Thoron to attack her. Does she survive a Thoron? 13 magic. Sheesh, that's strong. 31 magic damage. Nope. I think she dies. No. 31 minus 13. She survives a single hit. Would his attack speed go... I don't think you can... I think he'd actually have lower attack speed. In fact, I think if he uses Thoron, we double him. Because Constitution doesn't help you for tomes. So I think this is fine. She stands here, lets him attack her, and kills him on the counter. Maybe? You're just a stain on my blade. Should've turned on animations, I guess. She dodged anyway. And second attack, she does double. Crit. Yeah, we got this. Always for the boss, gotta show it off, right? Yeah, that worked pretty well. His Thoron was a trap. Shouldn't have switched over, buddy. So he only had a 14% chance to hit her anyway. So he's wasting my tome. I hate that ability is so stupid. It's just the delaying, wasting time ability. Wasting my Nosferatus. Wow. So it's a 15% chance, right? He's blocked. Let's see. We countered, we hit him twice. And then we attacked, and he blocked twice. And then we countered, hit once, blocked once. So we've hit him 3 times, and he's blocked 3. So he's currently at a 50% Pavice rate. Isn't that great? I actually don't think this will kill. No, we need 2 hits. How? I mean, I don't know if this is worth this many Nosferatu charges. This is stupid. What a stupid boss. Pavice is just a trash skill, guys. He blocked another. You know what? Screw that. I'm safe scumming that, because that is just... I mean, maybe you don't actually lose a Nosferatu charge on those, but still, I mean... Dumb. What we're gonna do instead is, actually don't want to use my Dire Thunder if I can help it either. Let's just see if this hits. I'm gonna get the kill on the no, and I don't care. Oh, fun. What a fun... Yeah. What a fun one. Should have put Leaf a little bit closer. My bad. It'd be funny if we could poison him, but you can't poison him. He's gotta spit. Dang, isn't gonna work either. Well, maybe it'll work. Now that we've got him like halfway killed, maybe he won't vulnerary. And we'll kill him on the counter. There. Thank goodness. Yeah, he deserved that. A vice boss. Magic speed, luck, good level, good enough. Alright. That's probably the most abusive reloading we've done so far, but, like... He literally was blocking half of our attacks, right? Like, I'm not even making it up. Every time he should have died, he just decided, actually, 15% means I don't die. Like, thanks, RNG. You're really making me enjoy it. We're gonna... I'm hoping Homer can kill Ballista and get the level I want him to have. I'm gonna have to do a lot of inventory management when we get home. Fine. Wrecked. There we go. Magic, skill, speed, luck. Good mage level. And so that's Linoan and Homer like I wanted. In theory, I mean, Salem is not going to get a lot more, but while we're moving magic scrolls around, it would be cool if Salem could get to A rank win, but it's just never going to happen. I just want him... I mean, honestly, what he needs to do is scroll XP more than anything, but, oh well. Magic skill, that's pretty good. The magic is very helpful because this means status staves have a better... They can work on more targets, you know, that's good. Alright, and then we just got 2 units left. Oh, hold on. Why are you like this? Every now and then, my YouTube player just totally glitches out. It starts playing 2 different songs at the same time. It's really weird. And it plays one of them at, like, full volume, and then the other one at normal in the background. Really, really strange behavior, YouTube. Okay. Hopefully my music volume's okay now that it's been reloaded. In case you're wondering, we switched over to Secret of Mana, but you guys probably already figured that out. Right, so I was going to say these guys, they're level 18 troubadours. Do we have anyone that we would specifically want to kill them? There's no way to capture them. There's no way to get this heal. I guess it doesn't really matter. Karen's got all the scrolls, so I'll just let her do it. Just gotta give her a lance. Yeah. I will handle fixing my inventory. Now, the funny thing is, actually, she doesn't need to use the lance. All she's got to do is fly over, dismount, and attack. But honestly, that's dumb, because I don't want to change plans. I don't want to waste the Paragon Sword. It's almost broken, and it's too valuable, right? I like having it for an emergency. All right. Oh, we should turn her animations on too before I forget. Looks like we're not going to get any real XP off these troubadours anymore. We're just killing helpless healers now. Did we must have got a crit on the first one, just went too fast. Alright, last time. And then we gotta get out of here. Yeah, not very good XP. Okay, so... in case you're wondering, Leaf ended up with 12 movement, so he does not need help getting out. He's a fast boy. The mages need to get picked up for sure. Probably Maka. And yeah, we'll just we'll head out of here. Oh no, Maka. Oh, that's right. Maka sucks. Maka weighs more than 10 Constitution, so carrying her around is hard. Because mounted units count as a 20 for rescues. For their Constitution counts as 20 when they're rescuing, and if you have more than half the rescuer's con, you will slow them down to half speed. Which once you're 10, I think it's 10 or higher, you're basically always going to slow down a carry. And then once you hit 20, you can't be carried at all. So it's kind of a bit of a downside to gaining those cons levels. It's actually probably faster to you could probably trade her around people, but carrying her and running across the map is actually slower than letting her run. Then again, I mean, Karen's got more movement. She might still make a profit overall. Yeah, I'll let Karen do it. It's fine. Karen, I gave Karen the magic boots, so she's speedy. yeah, I don't know. This map was okay. I think it was way too long. I was gonna, as we're kind of wrapping this up, I was gonna talk a little bit about the consequences of these super long maps. Basically, what it means is like any mistake is either a permanent character loss. I'm just gonna get these guys out of here to save time. You can see their exiting messages if you're curious. And when missions take, like, I would say much more than an hour, but especially when it starts pushing into the 2-hour plus mark, and like, I would say with my frame skipping, right, like I'm playing on 200 or 400% speed a lot of the time, it would have taken a lot longer at the regular rates. So the trouble I have with these kind of super huge missions is, if you don't have any kind of mid, I'm trying to say mid, such a huge movement range when he gets a double, that's great. If you don't have a way of saving mid battle, any mistake you make is like either game over or you know, permadeath, because that's the idea. And although one unit lost is not a game over exactly, or missing out on some treasure or anything, like, you know, it's just, I don't like missing stuff very much. I guess it's just how my personality is or whatever, the style of my Let's Plays. So having to replay the whole map, you know, and that's the trouble. Once it becomes like a, imagine if I just exited right there with Lee. Once it becomes a, you know, a long map, and if you make a mistake, you have to restart it or, just, well, accept your punishment, which I don't want to accept my punishment. You're not the boss of me. Yeah, it's tough. Like, I think I like Genealogy a lot more because it's like it accepted that it had hugely long maps where it still had a very similar punishing mechanic system, although not as many Thracia traps. Like, Thracia's got so many just dumb Thracia tricks, right? But Genealogy had lots of old Fire Emblem cheese difficulty. But it lets you save in-game every round if you wanted. So it just felt like there was less. It was more intended for you to, you know, reload if things go badly, right? It was kind of designed around that. Thracia is definitely like, as designed, these super long maps that you'll probably make a mistake on, or you'll miss a bunch of 99% hits. You know, characters are die, Leaf will die, or one of your main objectives will fail, and you'll have to restart. And if it's going to take you, like, you know, again, some people probably play faster than others, but if it's going to take, let's just say 2 hours to clear this chapter normally, I mean, man, what a waste of time. It's not like you gain anything for losing the map, right? Like, at least in, like, the Shining Force types of games, if your lord died, you'd lose half your gold, but you'd keep your experience and stuff, right? Like, you know, you can still fail, there's still a penalty, but it wasn't just reload and pretend you didn't do anything for the last 2 hours. And I think I've kind of narrowed down on that being one of my main mechanics I don't like in video games. And I know it's like kind of a core concept for Fire Emblem, but it's very Dark Soulsy with the, well, you died, better get punished, you know, let's start over again, you know. And I guess it's also old NES style, like, you game over, you just ran out of lives, start the game from the beginning again. I don't have the time for that anymore. Maybe when I was younger that was not so bad, but now that I'm like an old Ankylo, an Ankylo with whiskers, I got things to do. I got other things to play. I can't restart, you know, a 4-hour chapter just because I made one mistake or an enemy got a lucky crit or something, which is what was really turning me off of Thracia earlier. So hopefully this explains why I'm playing it the way I'm playing it now. I know I've probably gone over it lots, but we had some dead time to talk there. And so the Empire's retaliation begins. There's nothing more we can do other than kill their entire army. We should retreat. Augustus. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I killed Dorius. You don't have the luxury of wallowing in regret. Not now. There will be time to atone to Duke Dorius after you defended Leonster. Summon your patience and discipline. You'll need it. I guess. Come now, I do bring some good news. I've heard multiple reports that a large rebellion is taking place in the eastern reaches of Isaac. They seem to be putting up a good fight against the Empire, by all accounts. Do you know who their leader is? Well, if it's Isaac's, probably Shannon. But don't we have a Shannon? Finn told me about him. Most gifted sword arm in the world. Right, yeah, but don't we have a Shannon and he's terrible? Way greater than I am, yeah. Of course Prince Shannon's with the rebels. Are they seriously pretending like the Shannon we have is not that Shannon? Weird. But it's somebody, their leader is someone else. Lord Seliph of House Chalfie. The people of Isaac and Granvale alike hail him as the Scion of Light. Lord Seliph? He's alive? Yes, and his father, Lord Sigurd, was your uncle. The Crusader Sigurd, as recently as a decade ago, was reviled as a traitor, but nowadays he's a popular folk hero. He saw through the Emperor's schemes from the beginning and died trying to protect the world from his machinations. Bard spread his tale across the land, and it's captivated the hearts of every man, woman, and child suffering under the Empire's rule. And so he's become more legend than man. Now the child of that legend is fighting to realize his father's dream. The people feel hope once again, and blinded by that hope, they would not hesitate to die for his cause. This is a bounty from the gods. We couldn't have crafted a more perfect opportunity. What exactly are you saying? I'm saying there's a reason so many people are ready to die for him. Not just because he's a strong warrior. Our era demands a hero. The people clamor for one, and so we find Lord Seliph, the hero, way better than Lord Leaf. Forged him, if you will, in much the same way one forges metal into a blade, taking a man and sculpting him into what the people need. Do you understand, kid? No one chooses to be a hero. They're willed into a hero by the people. Does he, did the people in my life craft me? Well, we'll see about that. You're still a little wet behind the ears. Though I will say, recall that Duke Dorius lost an arm protecting you, and now he traded his life for you. Have you ever stopped to wonder why? Why do so many people keep sacrificing themselves for you? Why do so many hail you as a hero? This would hit harder probably if you were playing Iron Man mode and letting half your units actually die. But, man, that's just not the gameplay for me. Think on that and think well. Meanwhile, the prince has ordered that he not be disturbed. For the time being, you may state your business. Well, you see, we fled from Ulster, you know, and the Imperials were hot in our trail when you showed up to help. We just wanted to give the prince the Master Seal. Oh yeah, because we saved the 4 green guys earlier. Leave it with me. I'll deliver to the prince. Alrighty, thanks. Ooh, I guess that means we can do some promotion next turn. Okay, that is chapter 19 done. It took forever. As far as I know, the next chapter shouldn't take quite as long, but we'll see. So I'll do my standard prep ahead of time, and this one, I'm assuming has probably been like chapter 19, part 5, 10, 11. But hopefully you guys enjoyed whatever I did with this video, and thanks for watching as always, and have a great day.